Late for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Good morning, or good evening. I don't know your time zone, but hello everyone. It's 14 UTC Monday once again. That means today is gonna be another Mappool showcase for Newcomers Mania World Cup 2025. Just wanna say you guys did amazing scores on last weekend. You know, for an accuracy map where you guys did some pretty crazy accuracies, and as we move up in the rounds, we will see more and more difficult maps in each map pool. Today it's going to be around 16 map pool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and hello, it's me, the streamers of Round 33 and Ultimate Stars. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah, basically for the first like 15 to 20 minutes, it's gonna be me and Desor, and then after a while, it's gonna change to me and Lott. You know, a little bit of a switch, if you will.
Yeah, so till then, you would have to endure my Vietnamese accent, English. Have fun.
Let's go.
Alright, so we shall start with the rice one, I believe.
Yeah, let's begin now. Again, this map pool is still gonna be 5 rice, 2 LN, and 3 hybrids. And the structure is basically the same. So, it's just similar map pool structure, but of course the maps are gonna be generally a little bit harder, at least compared to last round. It's not gonna be as difficult as the qualifiers yet, but it's getting there, basically. Let's begin. So, you can already tell, like, compared to last round, which is like 130 something BPM, around 133 if I'm not mistaken. This round is gonna be 150 BPM jump streams. If you don't really remember, it's actually last round's speed pick.
It was like 124, I remember. But It map business not only just faster, it's also very continuous and drains stamina.
Yeah, it's like a more continuous and stamina-heavy jump stream pick now. You can already tell there's a more continuous motion of just constant jump streams already. This map's Pika Sonic's Today's Not Tomorrow, mapped by Lumiere. 3.16 stars. You can already like see like the amount of jump streams that you see in this map is much higher or much more frequent compared to last round, and when it's also like 20 BPM faster, it's pretty noticeable difficulty difference compared to last round. It's not as long, it's only 2 minutes and 18 seconds, but of course that speed and stamina aspect is definitely there still. I'm also noticing that there's OD8 in this map, which you're seeing more standard OD usage like we do in more regular tournaments. I think regular tournaments actually use higher OD, but this one, OD8 is already something that's much more scary to get good accuracy on. So
Yeah, actually like Rise 1 around 32 was like 7.5 or 7.6, which is pretty low for a Rise map. Especially for us
yeah.
Rise 1, which is rather easy to hack.
So sometimes you just have to focus on having that raw skill on hitting these jump stream patterns well. And when it's OD8, it might be a little bit difficult to hold on accuracy. It should still be very manageable to hold that solid combo, possibly a full combo. But whether or not can you hold that accuracy is gonna be up to you. Best of luck. This is Today Is Not Tomorrow, mapped by Lumiere. Let's move on to our second Rise pick. Yeah, we have a JDK song.
Yeah, and it's the songs from a game called EIS. I don't really play, so I don't know. But if you ask the Mappers Trooper, yes, he should know it better than me.
What's different about this is that this map is very short. It's only 1 minute and 50 seconds long. In fact, there's also a small starting break, so it's probably even shorter. I'm not too sure what the train time actually is, but it's a very short speed map. But as you can see, BPM is definitely much faster compared to last round. 167 BPM, single streams. It's fast, you can tell. Of course, it's gonna be less double usage, but you know, it's fast and it's singles continuously, and it's always quite difficult to get a good grasp on these type of patterns. A bit of a smaller part, but I mean, it just goes back immediately. What can I say? This map's 2.6 stars. Of course, you need to know that speed pick star rating generally is probably the most fake. If it maybe tech and speed are probably like the most underrated star ratings. You can also see the OD is a little bit lower, only 7.7, which is a little bit low for normal tournament standards, but for a map this fast and this like single heavy, it's really difficult to get a good accuracy on, and only 7.7 might help you a little bit on that, but it doesn't mean that it's very easy to hack regardless.
Yeah, but as you can see, the single stream has been ongoing for like 30 seconds or even longer, which is made the difficulty of Rise even harder.
Yeah, just continuous streams continuously is like a really big test of consistency. Even if it's not much doubles, it's still really fast and really stamina draining at some point. So be careful. It's not super hard, but it's definitely a notable difficulty. This is Overdrive map by Trooper. Best of luck. That's gonna be Rice 2. Moving on to our third Rice, which is gonna be the, I believe, technical. And it's another Trooper map.
Another Troopers.
Yeah. A lot of Trooper map this round, it seems.
Yeah, and this is not only the second or the last custom map by Troopers. And as you can see, BPM 238. Yeah.
Ooh. That's a fast BPM. Let's take a look though. OD is definitely lower than what you would expect. 2.8 stars. This is Ghost Family Living in Graveyard. Let's take a look. Again, as what we said last Mappool showcase, Rice Free or Rice Tech, it's gonna be a bigger test of finger control rather than a full consistent pattern. And you can already see some not very rigid, consistent patterns in Rice Burst there. I mean, yeah, you can already tell like there's already a bigger variety of complex rhythms. Not as complex as Spring, but look at these like small dump-ish bursts as well. Definitely a bigger test of technicality and your finger control and these type of little big sounds and bursts that you just need to be able to read off of that, because again, dumps, you can't really hear every single beat on every note. These type of dumps are like, you just kind of have to get that flow and just hit it, you know?
Yeah, but after all, this is still a pretty similar map compared to Rawab's 32, because it's owned by the same mappers, and also his Troopers is very lazy, so I finished the rest of the map like the last 30-second wave, so it's technically a collab.
It's technically a collab, I guess. I see more of these like little graces and small swing rhythm bursts as well, which just add up to that technical side of things. You see a lot of these like little stream bursts, they're not really like consistent streams as well, they're like a little bit broken. Yeah, I guess that's like mainly the main techie part. It's not super techie, but you know, it's still like somewhat more less, I should say less rigid or less continuous than what you saw, what we saw in Rice 1 and 2. Like, look at this ending, man. This ending is hard. Oh my.
Yeah, it's 1/4 238 BPM stream. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah. This I think it's expect to be a miss there or like some 200 here. Yeah. So good luck.
Yeah, it's really easy to like drop a lot of accuracy at the ending, I see, because again it's almost 240 BPM, and you know the bursts are pretty fast.
Yeah, also there are some jacks just 1 seconds, but it's like 120 BPM jacks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. So again, this is gonna be Ghost Family Living in Graveyard, map by Trooper. Rice Free is done. Our Jack Rice 4. Let's take a look at the fourth Rice, shall we?
Yeah, and guess what?
Oh, would you look at that?
Yes, Troopers, where you? Say hi to the chat.
We have a lot of we really have a lot of Trooper maps today.
Yeah.
Or actually this week.
Yes, the NMWC stand for NMWC. Never mind.
True.
Yeah, but Trooper. But yeah, this is not TSC3. So.
TSC3? TSC3.
Yeah, TSC.
Okay,
oh,
anyways.
TSC3. No, this is not TSC3 leaks.
If you know, you know. TSC3. TSC is another 5-digit tournament. Anyways, let's take a look at our Jack. It's 163 BPM, so you may say, oh, it's 163 BPM Jacks. That's gonna be too fast, but so this is gonna be a 81.5 BPM Jack. What this means is we use 81.5 BPM 1/4, or 163 1/2. You know, they're the same. They're the same. If you know music theory, you know what it means, but basically it's 81.5 BPM jack. And again, jack is just a continuous patterns of just triple slash doubles, and you see a lot of these anchors in different columns as well. No streams, just what we call jacks. Actually, there's one stream, but it's just a small burst. It's relatively like a more simple patterning, so.
And there's also a few like fast jump stream here.
Oh yeah, some small 163 BPM little stream bursts, just to throw you off a little bit. Maybe it's like a little bit off of that jack variety, but you know, obviously the main difficulty is still these free note anchors. You see, sometimes you see free notes on the same column at the same time, which can really mess up your reading or stamina, because you have to focus on being able to hit that jack and anchor very well, which can make you lose stamina pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can see the less intense sections are built up with more anchors, which makes it still difficult, but this sounds not really hard.
Yeah, a lot of anchors. You look at these, that chain of free note anchors, man. That can be like really tough, especially if you're like low on stamina. And at this final part, if there's still more anchors coming at you, and if you're low on stamina, it can be pretty bad. But yeah, this map's definitely much shorter than the jack pick we saw on Rice 4 last weekend. Not last weekend, in round 32 basically, but this one's definitely faster and more anchor heavy, and hence this map's definitely more difficult to get a good consistency on. But it's jack. If you can hit it consistently, you can get like a really crazy accuracy score, but whether or not you can hold that stamina is up to you. This is a flop era map by Trooper once again for the third time. Yeah, ODA
Yeah.
3.05 stars.
Yeah, the length is not really crazy. The route 33 was like 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 20 seconds, I think. But yeah, and there's some of the pain because early players seems to be struggled with consistencies.
Yeah, true. That's true. Because like the long maps generally do require a pretty big consistency test. Speaking of long maps, let's take a look at Rice 5, because Rice 5 is again pretty damn long.
Oh, so wait, so before we starting with the Rise 5, yeah, I just wanna say, I guess gotta really have fun times or enjoyable times to see players practicing outposts and get on the good score. Yeah, I guess you know
Yeah.
I can watch everything.
Yeah, it's like you can watch like every single player. Oh, they're doing pretty well. Oh, they might miss, and you know, all that. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit pity that I can't stream some match like friends or some match like in UTC 0 or UTC 20 to 22 because it's really early for me. So and there's
Yeah.
yeah, we really need more staff. So if you're interested, please apply.
Yeah, guys, become a streamer today. Trust. Random streamer advertisement. It's fine though. Let's move on now. Rice 5. Back to what I said. If you speaking of long maps, Rice 5 is long. So. Okay.
All right.
Ah.
First, wait. I think I will need to find my right files. Wait.
Where's your Rice 5?
Wait. Oh shit. Where did it go?
Oh my god. Guys, would you believe it?
Oh, wait a sec. I think I found where it is. Right. Oh, look, what do we got? Yeah, this is very sudden, so there will be an auto here. Oh,
What is this? Oh, okay.
oh
No, what
wait.
is this? What?
Where are you, Dar? Where have you been? Okay, never mind.
Oh my god.
Hi. I sacrificed my whole fucking sanity to finish this map. Hello, Bongo. This is for you. I love you.
Oh yeah. This is Rice 5.
I dedicate this Rice mixed map to Bongo. I think it's very obvious.
Yeah, we have a second. I don't know why the bottom is not updated. You can just tell us the BPM and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I do not know. This is
You can
like,
really tell that like this map's like really difficult, though. You can see all the streams and stuff.
Okay, I would just provide information myself. This is 170 BPM, so it might be of a different style than last round's Race 5, which I believe was Rinde Shibio Setfuiti Saluma Futatsuwa, which was 128 BPM and is more reliant on like slower control patterns and denser jump streams in general. This one is more broken stream focus, and there are a lot of like interrupted kind of movement with a few snap changes here and there as well. It's mainly 1.4, but there are some 1.5.
Yeah, this map's like that one map where it's like, oh, you have to suddenly get that physicality going. Like again, these are like, I don't. Those are not 1.5, are they? I just saw.
There are 1.6 snaps. Long note. Who put the long note in my rice, bruh?
Basically, this map was like a speed map like 10 minutes ago, but you know, it's a 2-minute Rice 5, and this is what we call a mixed Rice, I guess.
This is 3 minutes and 17 seconds. I do not want to like. I think the last round was like really long. It was 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I think it's a bit. It's not something I want to do. Like, I don't want people to ban my map because it's way too long.
It's still 3 minutes though, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's an all-rounded map as well, and it kind of tests stamina sufficiently.
Those like little small stream bursts as well. You said there's 1.5, and there's also a lot of anchors here and
Here
there.
you go, 1.5. Yeah, and there's also anchors. I think the powering is just very mixed in general, despite still like falling into the usual 1.4 snap because, yeah, it's variety. The original song is, I think, around 3 minutes and 50 seconds. I do not want to like do another round 32 race 5 again. It's good, but it's not what I want to do. That's all.
Yes, yeah, that is a Rice 5. And sorry, because that is not a custom song.
Okay, so like, since we have 34 people here already, just maybe including some of the staff, let's make a guess. How long did it take to map this?
Oh yeah, let's take a guess.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Trust me.
Y'all would not believe this.
Oh,
Type your predictions in the chat.
20 minutes, 3 hours, a full week, 3.6
3.6 days. Y'all, you better. Y'all, 6.7 hours, 3.6 days. I'm just going to.
Alright, so should we reveal the answer?
The answer will be revealed by me, I, and myself. So this was speed map in, I believe, exactly 1 hour and 28 minutes. I do not know the second, but I know the exact minute because I started mapping this at around 7:59 p.m. It is 9:27 p.m. right now in Vietnam.
Oh,
Yeah, I
only
mean,
1 hour.
just Lott speed mapping shenanigans, you know? But nonetheless, it's a crazy difficult map, to be fair. I mean, it's Rice 5. It's Rice 5.
It's race 5. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
There's
still
the,
remains very interesting and varieties and really fun maps as well. Yeah, thank you a lot for the last minute custom map.
not yet, last minute. Go.
I dedicate this to Bongo. I will not break the vow. I will map one art of song every round. This is
Oh my
my
god.
vow. This is my promise.
No way.
No
Okay.
way.
Anyways, this is IL, Art of Meat remix map by Lott. There's
Yeah,
the... That's the rice pool done, I guess.
Yeah, we should move on with the hybrid food, starting with hybrid one.
this is another
Hybrid
custom
1.
map by Emily. And Billy.
Yeah. And Billy. Our custom map by Anthony, this is Demise. So, let's take a look. This is gonna be our generic hybrid. OD8 is scary, by the way, because, again, after Rice, we will see LNs in play. There's the LN in play. What's interesting about this? A lot of the times in these early game pools, hybrid ones are usually just gonna be some main vocal LNs you see, but this one you see some more complex LNs here and there. You see those one hold and then another hold on the side. Maybe it can be a little bit more tricky to be able to hit, especially if you're not familiar with LNs. Some of those LN complexity just add up to that difficulty of this hybrid one. Of course, there's still a lot of Rice notes here and there with those stream bursts though.
I think this is like a very different design to last round's hybrid one. This is faster and more broken. I think it followed the exact same trend as Rice 5, like taking a more broken streamy approach instead of a continuous slow one. This one kind of has like simple-ish LNs, at least compared to LN1, but the Rice amplifies the coordination by a lot.
Yeah, also it's only 7, not 8, because Tosu is a little bit funny, so my bad, it's LD7. It's 3 minutes actually, it's actually pretty long for a hybrid one.
I think it's OD7 though, because OD8 would be actually diabolical.
Yeah, especially for like a tournament for relatively lower ranks as well. Having OD8 on hybrid pools can be pretty tricky. So, live another day. OD7 is much simpler. What's not simple is the fact that this map's still pretty long. So.
Honestly, I think it's probably on the harder side in terms of consistency, because for something this long, you'd expect like simpler patterns to not make the map too overwhelming, but this map is pretty tricky in pretty much every aspect a hybrid one can give.
Yeah, you've seen all of those, some LNs here and there as well. Especially when like the map is like so long, it just feels endless, you know, like that song that drop just keeps going with that slow afro chorus. It's like the map end with those endless LN vocals here and there. It's gonna be a really big test of endurance and consistency. And if you have that skill in your hands, you can do a pretty good score, but the L1s might trip you off a little bit, even if it's just one of them. Any accuracy drops can really ruin your score, so be careful.
Yeah, it's also a consistency hybrid, so mistakes are more costly.
Yeah. That's gonna be Hybrid 1, Demise mapped by Anvily. Thank you for mapping this. Let's move on to Hybrid 2. The second hybrid.
Yeah, actually, I got to stream showcase LN first, but I'm a streamer, so it's up to me.
It's fine.
Not true.
It's fine. It's the same anyways. This is Hybrid 2.
Yeah, 125 BPM. Well, it lines up decently with Hybrid 2 of last round, which is 105 BPM, so I'm expecting something more coordination focused.
Yeah, it will have some coordinations. Yeah, and as the mapping style is pretty similar to Hybrid 3 2 in round 32. The mapper also the same.
I mean,
yeah,
the mapper is the same as the last round's Hybrid 2, so expect something similar, but of course this one's gonna be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And if you think Hybrid 1 is not LN heavy enough, this one's gonna be more LN heavy. Let's take a look.
Yep. That Reform Finals at Marathon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who made this?
Yeah, there's like a lot of this Zeta Dan guy is making a lot of replays. I don't actually know who they are, but it's not me.
Yep.
This is another 3-minute song. Consider this, Hybrid 4 is really long this round, it seems.
Hybrids are already kind of niche, like, usually people would favor Rice or L1 more, so this might push the hybrids to an even bigger gray zone. Who knows?
Yeah, the jump stream there, but here's the L1 coordination in question. Those releases on different timings, I mean, it's still like relatively a straightforward rhythm on releasing, but you know, it's releasing, so it's difficult, right?
TCD Haru will get 1 bonus point for using a basic song choice.
That's true, this song's really good, yeah. But as we said, this map's gonna be more L1 heavy, and you already saw those L1s here. Definitely much more felt compared to Hybrid 1. So if you're more of an L1 heavy team, this can be a good consideration, other than the L1s, of course.
I think the object count is like almost 1-to-1, so similar numbers of Rice notes to L1 notes. But L1s are harder by design. Also harder by design, so yeah, it makes the map clearly L1 biased as per design. This is like
you see how L1s constantly. True.
I think there was supposed to be like a Rice biased hybrid as well, but we battled that idea because it makes a Rice bias pool even more Rice.
Actually, Hybrid 1 is also with the Rice bias. Yes, the LN is Hybrid 1 is less than 33%, I think.
I think it still feels hard, which is the reason why it feels balanced enough to me. Like both rounds are decently balanced, if not a bit more L1 bias. Who knows? I think it's a good thing though.
Yeah, usually hybrids it's gonna have some sort of LN difficulty anyways, regardless of it being quote-unquote Rice or LN bias. It's hybrids, so you have to do some release things in that map, which, you know, for some players it might be difficult, but Hybrid 2 is gonna be like more pinpointing on the fact that you have to really focus on LNs. So what's like a good thing about Hybrid 2 is that it's not like as full LN-ish for the LN picks. It's just you have to focus on LNs, but it's not as like punishing if you cannot LN. There's still some Rice notes that you can try to save your accuracy on, at least. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it is simple enough to act as like a lead-in, so it doesn't feel as hard as as LN1. Though it's still an LN biased hybrid.
Alright. This is again Hazy Moon Night and Tsukaze, map by Haru. Let's
TCB
take
hard.
a look. Hybrid free, tech hybrid. We have hello Dazar.
If they-
No, I
like-
can't read it. I'm so sorry.
So like this is so Rise 5 is a last minute custom. This is the second like most last minute one in this map.
Yeah, but
I mean,
this
this
one
song is interesting already. If you know, you know.
very interesting. It's I think I finished it not in 1 hour slide lot, but maybe you can take a guess.
Yeah, it's let's say because it's like not too long of a map. It's only 100 seconds. I guess it's like under an hour probably. Let's say an hour
Yeah, let's
maybe.
see.
Yeah, this is gonna be our technical hybrid. So this song has some weird rhythms. Be careful with that.
This song is really weird. I know this song. It's actually kind of messed up.
Yeah, I mean chroma shenanigans. That title already like kind of gives off a vibe that this song is not gonna be a simple song. This underscore at. It's a face. I mean, yeah, the map speaks for itself. Like, look at these graces and LM bursts. Come on.
Ain't no way we're getting this for round 16.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, look at this.
1-8 Elven burst.
You guys,
Yeah, look at those bursts. Holy.
you guys have no reason to call Rise 5 hard anymore. This is just crazy.
A more like annoying part about this is that because the map is really short, one miss is gonna cost a lot. So
Indeed.
like that burst into LNs is so hard to get a good grasp on. It's like flowy LN hybrid, but it's it's hard because of that rhythm. Look at this 1-6 whatever this part is. Oh my days.
998 combo, that's not a lot. That's not even 1,000. Think of that.
Yeah.
You miss once you die, you lose like 7,000 points.
Yeah, it's like when you have a difficult bursty map and it's also very short with a very low max combo. One drop can really lose your score because the ratio of a miss compared to the total. No, it's much lower. Is it much lower? No, it's much higher actually. But yeah, you get it. Like the fewer notes there are, the more detrimental or the more punishing it is to miss once.
Yeah. So that's it for the hybrids. Everything of this hybrid map is niche, very gray zone-ish. Hybrid 1 and 2 are long, and hybrid 3 is this.
Yeah, it's like a more actual tournament style instead of we are just doing easy maps babysitting you guys. So hybrid free is like a first taste of actual tournament style type of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But that concludes our hybrid pool. Now let's move on to LN1, which is of course everyone's favorite, LN coordination.
Another map by the same member of last round's LN1, GGB Lumiere LP.
Yeah, Lumiere LP. He did map LN1 last round, yeah. So we have a full stop cut version. And a Chinese song. Okay.
I see like some opera have some
Oh my
really
God,
big
that's hard.
bangers. Oh,
Yeah, brace yourself. This is not gonna be easy. Not to mention this map's 2 minutes and 47 seconds. So, good luck, I guess.
Star rating, colon, 2.14. This is 2.14 by the way, 2.14 stars by the way. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Where's the sync? Anyways. I mean, yeah, generally, coordination is gonna be like probably the most underrated star rating map, especially in like a relatively easier map pool like this. Can I even call it easier map pool now? Those releases are really difficult at the start. And we're back to Ellen's again.
You have like varying release times. Like you can see a few first measures are like 1/2, and then the end of every section there's a smaller shoe that's like 1/4 gap.
Yeah, these like, because like what's difficult about coordination, right? It's like when you hold a note, you kind of just do it intuitively, but this one you can't really do that because when you hit another L1, the L1 you were originally hitting may not be the end of it. So now you have to like figure out, oh, I have to release it at this one for my left and middle finger, for example, and then I have to release it at like a slightly later time on my right index finger. So like each column has their own release timing, which makes coordination like really, really difficult to get a good grasp on. And especially when the map is like this long, you have to do these type of finger control releasing for almost 3 minutes. It's tough. It's really tough.
If you at least please appreciate this song. Unless you find it sleeper, then I hate you.
A relatively chill song. This has 144 BPM, but it's mainly mapped with 1/2, so it's like a 72 BPM kind of map. But you know, it's hard. It's hard because of how release heavy finger control you have to do. Even this ending you have to focus because it's all LNs.
I don't think there is like an actual break in Ellen chord release, even in higher skill ranges. Some of it just keeps going. I do not know.
Yeah, it's very continuous as well. That consistency of constant LN releasing is gonna be greatly tested here. If you're good at it, congrats, you probably just won the tournament. JK. But you know, it's hard. It's like really difficult, but if you're like V and just train L1 for like every day, you can understand it pretty well. But you know, especially for a 5-digit tournament like this, it's gonna be pretty difficult.
Ellen is a trainable skill set, but not a lot of people are able to like train it in time for this tournament. So if anyone did
Yeah.
acquire that skill beforehand, now's your chance.
That's true. It's like me when I just completely died in 4DM and decided to train L1 for a whole year. That's
So
me.
true, so true. So
Yeah.
yeah, moving on to the next noodle pick, the quote-unquote density pick, or I'd like to call it the speed LN pick, because it's just more suitable.
And would you look at that? A 4th trooper map. This is the 4th trooper custom for this round. And of course, this song. I
can never escape this song. I hate this life.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting LN too. You know, the thing about this is that this map's actually slower on BPM, but because it's actually mapped on 1/4, it's actually 141 BPM stuff, basically.
Yeah. So last one it was 256, but it's like double BPM, so it's like 128. This is 141, so there is a progression in BPM. Moreover, you can see that the parenting now contains a few more 1/2 length LNs, so there is some coordination involved.
Yeah, there's some. Of course, it's not as heavy as LN1, but you know, it's generally fast, relatively more simple LN. Of course, it's not that simple, but it's more simple than LN1, but it's faster.
I think we're just.
It's also like.
Oh, go on.
I mean, it's like less punishing because it's OD 6.8 only.
I guess it makes sense.
So.
It's like you have a smaller kind of time to hit and release the shorter LNs, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's if you can get like a good gist of releasing constantly, because kind of the release factor is just there's a constant motion of non-stop short LNs. But you know, those type of LNs you usually release at another time that you hit another note. So like when you release an LN, you hit another note. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's annoying at best. The good thing about this map is the combo is bigger, so I guess there is less damage in each miss. But LNs are like 2 inputs, so just good luck if you somehow miss both of the inputs.
It really, because it's also so short, I also think that it's still quite easy to accidentally drop 200s or even 100s, despite the fact that it's OD 6.8 only.
Indeed.
But yeah, this song needs no introduction. Endless Telema Park, map by Trooper. Oh, it's actually at 1.1. So 1.1 now. Okay, LN2 is done. There's no LN3. I don't. There's no LN3.
Oh, there's one more category that is called the SV map.
SV. SV. Okay.
Unfortunately, we do not have a custom map. Ha 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 ha! I hate my life.
No. Why? Yeah, and this is our SV.
This is the end of our custom map. Pain. It's over. NMWC is going to collapse.
Yeah, our non-custom. This is another custom for another tournament. NFT, but it's like a small tournament, but
yeah,
it's from another tournament.
I believe it's for my NFT Nikki's.
Yeah, NFT 3.
Yeah, the third edition. So this is for the round of 32 for that tournament. It makes sense. It's like NWC -1, so it should fit here squarely in round 16. But
yeah, this one is actually the first round of NFT. It's like really easy SV. It's still relatively simple. Of course, you definitely have to learn it though. There's some gimmicks that you have to kind of remember. I do remember learning this map because I did play in NFT. Let's take a look though. So yeah, this is like an old replay by me when I was learning the map.
Some slow jam, and then we're met with some simple teleport stutters kind of stuff. It's very readable because it's all normalized. Normalized SVs don't have they reflect the notes distance by time accurately, as opposed to an unnormalized note SV where the notes do not reflect the rhythm.
Yeah, this map, the SV, I mean the rhythm of this map is relatively straightforward. It's just 1-2s almost. There's some stops, but it's not like a weird polyrhythm stop, you know?
I think the song
I would say, yeah. There's some actual streams that are actually physically difficult. So you know that also is kind of a difficult part of an SV map if you're not as confident as these jump streams, because the stream burst is indeed faster than round of 32 streams, but of course the main difficulty is the little bumps you see. So do your homework, play a couple of times.
I think this song follows a very typical Mo Shop motif, so it might be easier to learn even if you haven't heard the song yet. But
Yeah.
I think it's still safer to learn than to like risk a side read.
Yeah, definitely do not side read this if you want to try hard an SV win. You definitely need to get a somewhat of a memory on at least how the bumps go, because despite the rhythm being more straightforward, there's still some sudden stops that you kind of have to remember regardless.
Yeah, I think executing it blind can like you can hit earlier because it's instinct.
And anyone can snipe my score, I will give you $100.
Whoa!
Anyways.
Can I have it?
I'm kidding. I no. In match, not offline. Anyways, it's fine. This is someone's map special map by Satori Maiden. This is again not a custom, unfortunately. It's a custom from another tournament. Yeah, OD7 2.3 stars. Who cares about starting SV? 146 BPM, 2 minutes. Just your average SV.
It's harder than LN1 because LN1 is only 2.1 stars or something.
True. That's true. Alright.
Oh, we already
That's
see
it
TB
for-
Hive. Yeah, and that is
Yeah, TB hype.
Yep. I think NMWC has too many mappers, so it's inevitable that all the tiebreakers are custom. But you can guess the genre of the song at least. I think this one is a slightly more interesting choice. So yeah.
Tiebreaker time. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Where's the TV?
Yep, so this is kind of like an anime core tiebreaker song. This is a Roselia J-rock song of the title Passionate Anthem.
Passionate Anthem map by Envily? Is there more mappers? I think. Or is this? I mean, this is just Envily, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's
I could be wrong. Yeah, it's a solo. So, Envily custom for tiebreaker. Again, it's a Roselia song. It's actually a very short map for a TV. It's under 4 minutes, but you know, it's still long. But we're just not that harsh in getting an actual long map for now. Let's take a look.
Yeah, however, it will be a more speedy time because as you can see, it's 195 BPMs.
You can already tell that LN coordination at the very beginning. Again, tiebreaker is gonna be around 1 round harder than the normal pool that we saw in previously. So 195 BPM is what we're seeing here.
Immediately making all other maps look like child's play.
Yeah. You can tell like this map has a lot of coordination aspect as well, which isn't really like a traditional TV thing, but you know, it can exist. TV is again a test of everything, but there's like some sort of more biased type of patterns. For this case, it's gonna be releases. Look at that. That triple LN, bro. Oh my.
I think some players are still kind of surprised at this side of like the releases do not align.
Yeah. It's like, when are the releases, man? Like, look at those vocals combined. It has some really complex release factor there, which, of course, is hard.
The two-handed braces in the LN.
Yeah, I see it.
And it's fine if it's one-handed, but two-handed, it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, those... Again, you can compare this map to a Hybrid 2. It's just like a Hybrid 2, but it's harder. And look at those releases again.
Hybrid 2 is like very like monotonous kinda, because it follows a consistent skill set. This one has everything on top, so it's just 1,000 times more chaotic.
Yeah, look at these. Like those more higher pitched vocals, those LN complexity does make it quite difficult. A little bit of a break, except this record is so LN heavy. And never mind, no more breaks. I will remind you, those streams are 195 BPM. This is no joke.
That looked like an SV. I know there's no SV, but it just looked like the one for a moment.
I guess a lag, imagine. Lol. I guess we're in like a less LN heavy. Never mind, there's some more LNs. I take it back. It's still LNs. I haven't seen this map, but it's safe to say this map's gonna be a very LN heavy TD, which for some teams it may be good for them. For some teams it may be an absolute nightmare. Too bad.
I think the thing that I see is that it's balanced, but the LNs are more RNG because some of these are just very hard to execute perfectly. So
True.
yeah, it's the LNs just have a much less solid ground to stand on.
We have a final ending part here. Again, this map is Passionate Anthem. After those lost on those Ellen Graces, man. And yeah, after those Ellen Graces, it's gonna be the end of our round of 16 tiebreaker. Map by Envily. This is Roselia's Passionate Anthem.
Death.
Def. 3.34 stars, OD 7.5 for a relatively L1 heavy TB is quite scary as well. But yeah, after the TB, there's gonna be a nothing left. No, there's not nothing left. What's next is this weekend. It's gonna be the players' turn. Yeah.
I'm a bit shocked, I'm not gonna lie. This is not a TCD shocked reference, but but, but this Mappool is a bit harder than I thought. Like, I'm at Rice 5 and I hoped for it to be like kind of a boss in some way or another, but clearly the Mappool is showing otherwise. GG.
Yeah. I mean, Rise 5 is difficult, but you know, there's a lot of the maps that are also equally as hard. So, especially this TB. This TB is probably going to be quite tough. It might actually be slightly harder than some of the quarterfinal picks, foreshadowing. We will see. We'll tell you what the quarterfinals map is going to be. That's going to be 1 week later. But yeah, that marks the end of round of 16 map pool showcase. Again, for players here, remember there's winners and losers bracket. So for the teams that are unfortunately lost in round of 32, you guys are in the losers bracket now. So win. If you don't win, you get eliminated from the tournament entirely. Period.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just imagine you have 2 lives. You die twice and you're out forever.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess this is like a final reminder to lock in, basically.
Mhm. Unless you want like a second chance, then maybe wait for like a 2-shot pop.
Yes. Oh, true. Yeah. Add Trooper TSC free. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed the stream. The map pool is difficult, but we hope you enjoyed the showcase regardless. You can suffer the map pool later on. I'm kidding.
Baka Chungus.
Baka Chungus. Alright. So yeah, any last words before we end the stream? Not die. But
Die.
yeah. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I hope you had a great day or a great night.
I think I
If you have
just
homework, do it now.
I just hope everyone enjoyed the Mappool, even though it's hard. The one thing that I don't expect people to enjoy, however, is the tiebreaker because it looks pretty damn hard. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Mappool is hard, but enjoy the game. That's
Enjoy
the.
the game.
That's how you play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Have fun,
Yay.
everyone. Have a great day.
Interesting.
This is gonna be the end. Goodbye, guys.
Is this
Bye.
poisonous?
No.